Record. Welcome, Reckless Wanderers. This is Robert again, and today we're looking at part 3 of the Eye of Winter Inquisitor solo cell phone character who has made it to level 91. I'm going to show this to you in the highest map I have so far. It's a tier 12 cursed crypt. It's rolled with early weakness and there's extra damage as lightning, so this should be really spooky. I do have a bunch of fragments, and I'm running it with sextants, so the returns should hopefully be there. But yeah, the map is a little bit spooky, and it's very possible that I die because we also have Baran here, and we have a metamorph here, and also we have totems, which means there's invulnerability and crit and all the good stuff. What happened until this point? Well, most notably, all my gems leveled up to 20, so I flipped them and I slowly tried to get them now back into shape. For that, I actually did swap out my weapon. I'm now running the +2 to cold gems, so that I can get a little bit more gem levels early on, which means I'm not running on a 6 link anymore, I'm back to a 5 link. That was mainly also due to the reason that in a random delve I actually found this little beauty, which allowed me to now get a somewhat more respectable life pool, which was like super necessary when going into early red maps, because stuff is brutal. And that's also the reason why I'm not activating my flasks, and that's also the reason why I'm not running around super quickly, because I'm actually legitimately scared by those monsters, especially since we have Baran here and Fizz as lightning. Those two things are dangerous enough, but also the problems that I'm facing now is that I'm severely lacking projectile speed. The packs of monsters, they're getting bigger and bigger in red maps, and even with the chain support, which gives me 2 chains, and the unleash, which means I have 4 Eye of Winters, I'm not generating enough projectiles to reliably hit all monsters on the screen, which is kind of shitty. Ideally, and that's why it's probably better to play this as a something else but an Inquisitor, or to have the option to actually use a Herald. That would make things so much better if I yeah, that was the Nova. If I could use Herald of Ice, I would shatter things a little bit better, and I would have better clear. But in this instance, I'm just way too reliant on the auras I have. So Arctic Armor for freeze removal and a little bit of Fizz mitigation, Zealotry of course for crit, and then Precision again also for crit. If I could sneak Herald of Ice in, I guess I could turn off Arctic Armor, but then I have to figure out a way to be freeze immune, and I really don't want to deal with freeze. Yeah, I'm not going to curse this guy again with Assassin's Mark, because that's what just got me killed. I thought I would see the projectiles, but apparently I don't. Yeah. Because I'm using Calm's Heart now, I'm a little bit socket-starved. Before switching to Calm's, I actually had Life Leech on my Hydrosphere, because I was running Hydrosphere on a 5 link. That was actually super nice. Now that's not possible. I had to give up quite a few quality of life things. So the Hydrosphere is now just back to Bone Chill, Arcane Surge, Ice Bite. I'm not using Arcanist Brand anymore. I'm casting Assassin's Mark as such, because I just don't have the links, which also means I don't have Flame Wall anymore. But I slotted in Enduring Cry, because yeah, I do need health here and there, and my health pot does not have infinite charges. Yeah, again, to get back to the projectile speed, as you can see, I'm actually almost running faster than the projectiles travel, and that is really shitty. And it's very noticeable if I switch out chain with faster projectiles. This feels so much better. And I ran a few heists with this setup, and the clear, if there's a moderate amount of monsters, is actually a lot better with this projectile speed. So projectile speed, as predicted by commenters, does really matter. That's huge quality of life. However, I need chain. I need it for the boss damage. I can't get rid of this until I find the snake pit. I still haven't found the snake pit. It is super annoying, and this is just too slow in red maps, and I'm just not clearing fast enough. For comparison, if we just quickly turn this into a freeze pulse character, I'm going to switch out chain with hypothermia, and I'm going to swap in freezing pulse. Then you can see the comparison there. It suddenly, I mean, this is a bit scuffed because this is a really terrible map for freeze pulse because there's so many doors. But here it's becoming apparent that it's just so much safer because I have the distance. I can cover a lot bigger distance. Also, freeze pulse as such, it just hits a lot harder, which allows me to freeze rares and also, yeah, just monsters don't come near me if I use freeze pulse correctly, and that's just something that Eye of Winter at the moment cannot do with this low projectile speed. I think it could do that if I could use faster projectiles, but in this setup, not really. But then again, I didn't set out to play a freeze pulse character. I wanted to play Eye of Winter. So what I'm actually thinking right now is to swap characters completely, to just shelve this character and to level something else just to farm up the snake pit or a better endgame staff. Yeah, so the staff I'm using here now, the +2 cold staff, it's nice, but it's definitely not a Terran's Shiver. It's not a Sire of Shards. So that's problematic. So I was thinking of maybe playing the Trinity Detonate Dead Necromancer that Sis posted prior to 3.15, and just farming up some gear, farming up some currency, and then what? I didn't want to pop this, and then continuing with that, because with this character it's pretty rough, and I'm not really. Oops, I should not. Wait, did I not? Oh, yeah, I did not swatch this out with freeze pulse. Okay, we're good. Where was I? I'm completely lost track what I wanted to say. Not good. With this character, I'm not feeling confident to go into a 4 Watchstone Atlas area, which would be the next. So this is my last Conqueror in 3 Watchstone, in the 3 Watchstone area, and after that I would have to switch to tier 13s plus, and that's going to be too rough. The pack size is getting too large. The monsters are getting too fast. Eye of Winter in this state is just too slow, and I'm just dying too often. as you can see here, pretty much. And I really don't want to be stuck in this state of the Atlas progression just because I'm lacking the gear, and I'm thinking that the DD character is way less reliant on gear. I can just use random gear, and either I find the snake pit with that character and then I can transfer it over, or the DD character allows me to actually push forward into the next Atlas region, and then whenever I do find an upgrade for this character, I can return back here. I don't want to abandon it. I actually do want to see how far I can push it. Damage-wise, it is still okay-ish. It should handle things just fine. I mean, I'm sitting at what's it? Yeah, over 600% crit multi. So if I actually can switch out chain with another damage link, then running T14s, 15s, and 16s should actually be pretty enjoyable as well. So as a final joke, let's actually put up this metamorph and see if we can survive that. And then we will call it a day. Proximity shield. That was maybe not the best judgment. And I can't really crit that guy even. Did I roll him with immune against crits? Probably. He's like uncrittable. There we go. So, that's that. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions how to otherwise continue this character without a snake pit, let me know in the comments, and I see you next time. Bye bye.